Well, that was a snapshot of the state of separatist sentiment in Alberta and really across this continent from the last few weeks. The province could be headed to a referendum vote if a petition on secession is successful. It was launched by a separatist group known as Alberta Prosperity Project. Now, members of the group have met with officials of the Trump administration, and one of its leaders has even claimed that petition was signed by members of Alberta Premier Daniel Smith's own caucus. Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation is suing the provincial government and Alberta's chief electoral officer, as well as Canada, over all of this. Now, Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation Chief Sheldon Sunshine and Treaty 8 Grand Chief Trevor McCurdy were in Ottawa today for high-level meetings, and they joined me in studio right after those meetings. Here's our conversation. Thank you for being here in studio, and welcome to Power Play.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to first ask, the lawsuit names the Attorney General of Canada, the Chief Electoral Officer of Alberta, and the province. It claims that those parties have breached their legal treaty obligations. I understand that Alberta secession cannot happen without the consent of First Nations communities, but some might wonder why they can't just ask the question.
It was proven in Justice Feasby's decision on Bill 54, that we intervened, that the question is unconstitutional, and that's the reason we filed the claim and named all three parties. You know, we want the government of Canada to have their position on where they stand in all of this.
And what have they responded to so far, Chief McCurdy?
Well, the problem right now is that, you know, you had asked earlier about the question. Why can't the question be asked?
Posed, yeah.
The big problem with the question is that when we have the Premier moving goalpost, changing, having legislation to change the laws, electoral laws, and actually circumventing the courts, we have a problem with that because of the fact that you know, there's not really a clear process. And when we talk about the referendum, the question, the referendum, the question are not clear. Mm-hmm. You know, we do have interference from you know, outside parties and outside of the country that we're really worried about in Alberta. So, you know, we're very concerned that even if the referendum question is asked and there is a vote, that there's a possibility that that vote might not be taken seriously, and you know, some goalposts and some